Hello dear GRE aspirants, welcome to Stalin's GRE. Hope you people are doing very well. Today I am going to make another video from the GRE RC sections. This is the second video from the GRE RC, and the topic name, you know, that the ultimate guide to destroy GRE RCs. If you follow these videos, you will destroy the GRE RC, I believe so. Probably this is the most common problem in GRE aspirants. They have problem with the verbal section as well as in the RC sections, because the RC passages contain very convoluted vocabulary and their sentence pattern are very tough to identify. And another problem is we have less reading habit. If you don't have a very good reading habit and you are not skilled in reading sections, that will make problems in the RC sections. So these are the problems probably that we have, and we have to conquer these problems to destroy the GRE RCs. So doing good in GRE RC sections, you have to know the question types. Actually, if you don't have clear idea of the question types, you can't able to answer them properly. So first thing, we have to know the question types. So what are the question types in GRE RC sections? There are 8 types of questions you will see on the GRE RC sections. Number 1, the main idea question. 2, tone of the author questions, specific fact questions, implied questions, structural questions, extrapolation questions, negative or exception questions, contextual definition or term or a word questions. So these are the types of questions you have to know very properly to answer the questions. So understanding the questions types that you will see on the test day will help you devise properly answering strategies and elimination techniques. So if you know these types of questions very properly, you can able to answer with your own strategy and elimination process. So I will discuss about 4 types of questions today, and my next video I will try to discuss about the another 4. So keep watching. Number 1, the main idea questions. These are probably the most frequent questions you will see on the GRE RC sections. So it is asked very frequently, the main idea of the questions or primary purpose of the questions. So main idea questions ask you to identify the main idea or the primary purpose behind the passage that is given. So when I tell to read GRE RCs or the articles to my students, I tell them to identify the main idea or the primary purpose of the passage. So when you people read article, you have to try to find out the main idea or the primary purpose of the passage. So that will help you to identify the main idea or primary purpose when you were facing the GRE RC sections. Okay, so you have to practice this. So what are the types of questions in this passage? The author is primary concerned with, so you have to first find out the primary purpose of the passage. Okay, then which of the following would be the most appropriate title for the given argument? So you have to find out a title. What would be the title of the passage? Okay, you have to find out this. Second type of question, tone of the author questions, considered as a tricky question as many students. So many students thinks that that is very tricky type of questions, because find out a tone is very tough, because they use rhetoric and they have certain supportive ideas. So from this rhetoric and supportive ideas, you have to find out the tone of the passage. Okay, so the author asks you to identify the tone of the passage or author. So examples, what are the examples here? The author attitude towards contemporary cinema can be best described as. So what should we done here? We have to find out the tone about the contemporary cinema. What said in the passage, or what author said about the contemporary cinema. Okay, you have to find out the tone. And then passage regards the idea of modern artistic activity with. So here also you have to find out the tone of the modern, about the modern artistic activity. Okay, clear? Okay, now I am going to the third type of questions, that is specific fact questions. These are the questions that ask you to spot information that is specifically included as a fact or truth. So what we have to done here, we have to spot the information that is specifically included as a fact or the truth. So we have to find out the fact or truth. Specific fact questions will often be consequential in nature. They usually look like this. So it has a consequence in nature. So what are the types? Okay, the author refers to, here will be example phrase into the inverted commas in line 5. So you have to find out what the primary purpose of the example phrase. The author refers to the primary the author refers to the example phrase in line 5, primary in order 2. And second type of question may be like this: according to the passage, the critics considered the ideas found in the novelist's work to be. So these are the, so we have to find out the specific fact, okay, which is related to the phrase or the sentence. Clear? Okay. And the fourth type of question is implied questions. Implied question ask you as a reader to identify an idea with a suggestion or implied. It could be asked directly or indirectly. Okay, so you have to find a suggestion which was asked, which was expressed in directly or indirectly. Okay, so what are the types? It can be inferred from the passage that in evaluating the scientist theory, some of the critics were. So you have to find out the suggestion from here. Okay, what are the what about the evaluation about scientific theory, and some of the critics what was their thought about the scientific theory. Okay, and the passage suggests that if the predictions of the geological department were to be true, it would be. So what are the prediction about the geological department? Okay, so you have to find out the fact or truth from the line where it is implied or suggested. So you have to find out the line from the passage, and you have to identify the truth or implied by suggestion from this passage. Okay, so these are the 4 types of questions what I described today, and in my next video I will try to describe another 4 types of video. This will be structural questions, extrapolation questions, negative or exception questions, contextual questions, and contextual or definition of the term or word questions. Okay, so please forgive me if I make any kind of mistake, because I am making this video with high fever and my hand and brain is not working properly, so yeah, I may made many mistakes. So please try to understand and forgive my faults. Thank you very much for watching the video, and pray for me. Thank you.